Yeah. Na 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 na. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Taraba people say, hey, ah. Let me hear you say with me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, don't I go to
Invest in Taraba.
Taraba Kidane, don't I go to Jamaica? Oh, Taraba Kidane, don't I change Canada?
Showing on Some TV every 8 p.m. from 13th to 20th May 2025. Courtesy of Taraba State Minister of Information and Orientation.
Welcome to the broadcast of News Hour on Some TV, the pulse of the nation. You can follow us on Facebook at Some TV and on YouTube at Some TV Live. Now the major headlines. Taraba is unveiled as Some TV launches exclusive 7 days investment documentary tonight. JAMB to meet stakeholders over mass failure in 2025 UTME amid calls for remarking. Nigeria must lead global AI revolution, says indigenous tech inventor Chibuke Ugwene. I am Esther Oka-Steven. Now the news in full. The spotlight is on Taraba State as Some TV, in partnership with the Taraba State Ministry of Information and Reorientation, rolls out a powerful 7 days documentary series titled Come to Taraba, Invest in Taraba, airing nightly at 8 p.m. from May 14th to May 21st, 2025. This exclusive broadcast will take view on a gripping journey through the vast investment opportunities hidden within the 16 local government area of Taraba State, Nigeria. Best kept economic secret. Don't miss this eye-opening production, accessible on major decoders including free-to-air, Strong, CSAT, and NICET. Join us live tonight for the premiere episode as Taraba opens its arms to the world. Taraba is calling. The time to invest is now. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, will meet with Vice Chancellor, rectors, provosts, principals, and examiners on Thursday to review the 2025 UTME results following widespread complaints about mass failure and technical glitches. Over 75% of 1.9 million candidates scored below 200 out of 400, sparking protests and demands for remarking. JAMB has acknowledged unusual complaints and said it is accelerating its post-exam review process, engaging experts to investigate potential issues. Despite criticism, JAMB and the Education Minister maintain the results reflect integrity-driven reforms. Meanwhile, a 15-year-old student, Afolabi Ayodeji, made history by scoring 370, the highest UTME score in over a decade. Nigeria's first indigenous AI software developer, Chibuke Ugwene, has urged the country to lead the global artificial intelligence revolution, especially in education. Speaking on TV show, the Build Up Technology CEO emphasized AI's potentials to transform critical sector and democratize access to quality education. He urged that Nigerians must seize the moment to provide leadership in the AI era, unlike in the mobile and social media era where the nation lagged. Ugwene dismissed fear that AI would make students lazy, insisting it enhances problem solving and accelerates learning. He added that AI can empower teachers, improve learning outcomes, and support special needs education. Chief Edwin Clark, who passed away on February 17, 2025, is remembered for his fearless advocacy for justice, equity, and resource control in the Niger Delta. His contributions, including interview for a book on the region development, underscored his role as a vocal defender of his people's rights. As leader of the South-South delegation at the 2025 Constitutional Conference, he called for a return in the 1960 constitutional revenue formula, which allotted 50% of mineral revenue to the producing region. Clark's fight echoed a family legacy of resistance to economic exploitation, dating back to his great-grandfather's opposition to colonial trade monopolies. Despite decades of struggle, Clark believed in Niger Delta remains marginalized, with crude oil replacing palm produce in a continuing battle over control and fairness. Similarly, former President Goodluck Jonathan and Bayelsa State Governor Dowiye Duri, along with other dignitaries, paid tribute to Pa Edwin Clark at his laying in state and commendation service in Yanagwa. Clark, who passed away on February 17, 2024, was celebrated for his commitment to justice, the Ijaw cause, and the Niger Delta region. Jonathan and Duri praised Clark's selflessness and leadership, while plans were announced to immortalize his legacy through the naming of streets and structures. Speakers include former Governor Dixon and Ijaw National Congress President Professor Benjamin Okeba, honored Clark's contributions to unity and justice. In a swift humanitarian response to the Bandawa Guazau Farmers Aiders crisis that displaced over 500 residents, the Taraba State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, has delivered essential relief materials to internally displaced persons currently taking refuge at the Catholic Church in Lao local government area. Some TV correspondents files in the report.
The Taraba State Emergency Agency, SEMA, has provided relief materials to internally displaced persons, IDPs, of the Bandawa Kwaizo Farmers Herders crisis in Karim Lamido local government area. The Bandawa Kwaizo Farmers Herders crisis has resulted in the displacement of over 500 people, mostly women and children, from the Bandawa Kwaizo community of Karim Lamido local government area and currently sheltered by the Catholic Church in Lao local government area. The dispute at Bandawa Fandama also resulted in the death of a farmer, Mr. Habu Dennis, in his dry season farm. The Executive Secretary of the Taraba State Emergency Agency, SEMA, Dr. Achuse Audu, represented by the SEMA's Monitoring and Evaluation Officer, Mr. Mokiya Yurus, presented the relief materials as part of Governor Abu Kifar's effort to respond promptly to emergencies. The relief materials were presented to the chairman of Karim and Lao local government areas, Mr. Bitrus Danjos and Mr. Nigeria Ajatau, who subsequently presented the materials to the IDPs on behalf of SEMA.
We brought just mattresses, some food items and non-food items, and we bring them to support the victims of this crisis. My advice to the people of this FN, especially those who run to this local government for their life, this thing is to stay together with the people of this local government, to work together and to give the support to the chairman and also the chairman of the two local governments. We like and we support them. We love the way they behave, the way they handle this matter. And also, we are advising the people of Karim Lamido and their neighbors that they should stay together in peace and harmony.
The chairman of Karim Lamido local government area, Mr. Bitrus Danjos, spoke on the circumstance surrounding the crisis and thanked Governor Abu Kefas and commended SEMA's swift response.
There is no word adequate enough for me to express our gratitude on behalf of Karim Lamido local government to His Excellency, because I have observed several times when there are issues like this that occurs, His Excellency through SEMA and NEMA, he tried to reach the people immediately so that they can bring succor into the life of people. In fact, there's no word enough to appreciate His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefas, the Executive Governor of Taraba State, for his effort through SEMA and NEMA. May the Lord bless him. May the Lord recompense all his effort.
The chairman of Lao local government area, Mr. Nigeria Ajatau, appealed to the people of Lao local government area to provide humanitarian assistance to the displaced persons, especially food and shelter, until the crisis is resolved.
When the matter will be over,
I want to call for my people. We should support our people and take care of them before the end of this crisis. Let us support them with financial, food, and whatsoever before the end of this crisis.
Representatives of the IDPs, Mr. Bala Jame and Maimuna Musa, expressed gratitude to the government of Taraba State for the provision of relief materials.
Matuka don ba abin da zamu iya sai da mu nuna godiyarmu ga gwamnatin Taraba. Jami'an tsaro, ubangijin Allah kare ku. Ya sake ba ku karfin da za ku ci gaba da tsaron mu a wannan kasar.
Chama na Lau da chama na Kare. Ubangijin Allah ne zai yi maku sa. Yanzu da zamu je gida zamu je da kwanciyar hankali. Da suka zamu je da tsoro ne, amma yanzu ka da kwanciyar hankali zamu. Mu yi maku matukan godiya. Abubuwan da za ku ba mu, ubangijin Allah ya sake mai don maku a gurbi.
The relief materials include mattresses, blankets, mats, pillows, bags of rice, and maize.
Still from Taraba State, report has it that in support of Governor Abu Kefa's sweeping education reform agenda, Chief Benjamin Bako, Special Advisor to the Governor on School Project, on Tuesday, May 13, 2025, embarked on an inspection tour of key educational infrastructure projects in Jalingo metropolis. Reframing the administration resolved to transform learning environments across Taraba State through the construction of 60 new schools. Some TV correspondent files in the report.
In May 13, 2025, Honorable Benjamin Bako, the Special Advisor to the Governor on School Project, toured ongoing educational infrastructure project across Jalingo metropolis. The inspection is part of the Governor's broader initiative to reform the education sector, which includes the construction of 60 new schools statewide. During his visit to Government Comprehensive School Jalingo, Bako expressed satisfaction with the progress of the project, dismissing opposition criticism. He emphasized that the project reflects Governor Kefa's dedication to transforming educational landscape, adding that the governor's achievements in just 2 years have solidified his position as one of the most impactful governors in the country.
we are actually here to see for ourselves the massive infrastructure that is going on in terms of school project that His Excellency, the Executive Governor, has promised the people of the state. So here you can see in my background, massive work is ongoing. This is to disprove individuals that will go on air and say the governor is not doing anything. For 2 years, he has achieved nothing. You can see the massive work ongoing, and this is ongoing in the 16 local government area.
Honorable Bako also visited the School of Nursing, where major infrastructure improvements are nearly completion.
If not because of the support of the people and even His Excellency himself, the project wouldn't have been possible. It's with your support. It's with your support and support of His Excellency that this project were able to be at this stage. And I'm also participating in the glory. Not that I
carry the glory.
So I'm very grateful. In fact, if I don't thank His Excellency, I will not be doing justice to him. Because immediately he took over my school, the first school I visited, and he took the bull by the horn to see that the abundant projects are completed.
With 85% of the work finished, he praised the governor's ongoing commitment to education and announced plans to extend this inspection to the 16 local government areas across Taraba State soon. Lilian Yakubu, reporting for Some TV.
AGRA, Nestle Nigeria, and TechnoSave have launched a 3-year initiative to promote climate-smart agriculture in Kaduna and Nasarawa states. The project, titled Strengthening Farmers and SMEs, Resilience through Climate-Smart Grain Production and Assessing the Structured Market, will run from June 2024 to October 2027. It aims to support 25,000 smallholders farmers and 8 aggregators in sustainable maize, soybeans, rice, and other productions. The initiative emphasizes regenerative body diversity and economic empowerment, particularly for women and youth. At its launch in Zaria, key partners and government officials lauded the project's potentials to transform Nigeria's grain value chain. Still on agriculture, during a press release in Jalingo, Taraba State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Professor Nicholas Oliver Namason, have announced that as the second phase of mini tractor distribution approaches, cooperative farmers should seize the opportunity, emphasizing the state's commitment to mechanized farming and food security under Governor Abu Kefo's transformative agricultural agenda. Some TV correspondent Faith Apollos complete the report.
Professor Nicholas Oliver Namason, the Taraba State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, has called on cooperative farmers to apply for the mini tractor as the second phase of distribution nears. Speaking to the journalists on May 13, 2025 in Jalingo, he urged farmers to take advantage of the mini tractor designed to meet Taraba diverse agricultural terrain. He said, these mini tractors are crucial tools that will enhance farming efficiency, especially in the varying landscape. He also expressed gratitude to Governor Abu Kefas for his role in advancing the state agricultural reforms, noting the impact on food security. Additionally, the commissioner highlighted the collaboration with the Bank of Agriculture to promote the Operation Feed Yourself program, providing up to 1 million naira in financial assistance.
Yeah, the Special Agro Processing Zone is a project that is intended to bring about infrastructure development to the state. Like I always say, we have first of all expressed our interest as a state. We've gone past that level. We requested us to do executive service. We have gone past that level. We have also done what we call environmental and social impact assessment that we have done also. Now, this visit was part of the requirements. The visit was to actually meet with investors and to check out on what they do, and how that kind of thing that they do can be replicated here as well. Because the zone is actually supposed to create all kinds of things. There is the social aspect of it, there's the technical, which is the agricultural aspect of it. It's essentially like building a whole city.
He assured farmers that fertilizers and seedlings could be distributed early this season to support the ongoing farming activities. Faith Apollo's reporting for some.
Replicated here as well, because the zone is actually supposed to things. There is the social aspect of it, there's the technical, which is the agricultural aspect of it. It's essentially like building a whole city.
He assured farmers that fertilizers and seedlings could be distributed early this season to support the ongoing farming activities. Faith Apollo's reporting for Som TV.
The Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, announced it will introduce a new template for disbursing education fund to states. The Executive Secretary, Aisha Garba, said the move aligns with the federal government's strategy to improve access, quality, accountability, and monitoring the basic education. The new template supports the HOPE Education Project, which renews states that effectively utilize resources. UBEC Deputy Executive Secretary Tunde Ajibulu emphasized the importance of the workshop in helping states develop practical works and assessing the intervention fund. A total of 421 delegates from Oyo State, including 320 athletes, 65 coaches, and 36 officials, are set to participate in the 22nd National Sports Festival scheduled for May 16th to 30th in Ogun State. The Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Honorable Waslat Adegoke, announced this during a briefing at the Lakan Salami Sports Complex in Ibadan. She confirmed that the state government has approved a minimum wage of 80,000 naira for contract athletes, coaches, and officers. Adegoke also pledged instant reward for medal winners and assured the team of adequate support. The Torch of Unity will be presented to Governor Sheyi Makinde on 13th May to mark the festival's commencement. Women from the Bele community in Dagima local government areas of Rivers State staged a protest at the government house in Port Harcourt on Tuesday, demanded the release of 80 WAEC candidates abducted by pirates while traveling by boat from Port Harcourt to Bele. The abduction, which occurred on 6th May, involved 13 passengers with suspected pirates diverting their boats into the creek. Protesters addressed the black and holding placard, decried repeated pirate attack, and alleged some victims were raped. One protest leader, Janet Adebayo, appealed to the state and federal security agencies for urgent intervention. Government officials promised immediate action, while police said investigations are ongoing. AGRA, Nelson Nigeria, and TechnoServer have launched a 3-day initiative to promote climate-smart agriculture in Kaduna and Nasarawa State. A 16-year-old SS2 student at a private school in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, staged her own kidnap and demanded a 2 million naira ransom. According to the state police, she connected a family member claiming she had been abducted with help from a family friend. The girl from the local government area claims she passed out after being tapped from behind while buying second-hand clothes and woke up at Ishieke Junction. Instead of returning home, she stayed with the family friend and used his phone to message her brother, refusing to speak directly, and later sending an account number for the ransom. Police tracked the phones, raided the house, and arrested those involved. The girl has been reunited with her families while investigations continued. The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) in Sokoto State has urged Governor Ahmed Aliyu to extend the ongoing gratuity payment to retired local government workers who have not received their entitlement since 2016. During the 2025 May Day celebration, NLC chairperson Comrade Abdullahi Aliyu praised the governor's effort in clearing arrears for state workers, but stressed the neglect of local government retirees, highlighting the financial struggles they face, particularly the impact on their children's education. In response, Governor Aliyu assured the NLC that a committee would be formed to investigate the issues and promised transparency in addressing the grievances. He called for patience among retirees and reaffirmed his administration's commitment to fairness and justice. Plateau State has introduced the local government disability framework to enhance the inclusion of persons with disability in local government policies and programs. The framework aligns with the Nigerian Disability Act of 2018 and the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability. Key officials, including Mr. Shindol Aaron Adamu, called for local government to adopt the framework, establish disability offices, and allocate budget lines for people with disabilities. Supported by the Hope Inspired Foundation, the framework aimed to create a more inclusive society following successful similar initiatives in other states like Gombe and Lagos. The manager of Country Home Hotel in Owohogbo, Delta State, Ibiode, has confessed to murdering 22-year-old POS operator Enioriode Bethel, who went missing in December 2024. He lured her to a hotel under the pretense of resolving a financial dispute, killed her and buried her body on the premises. The murder was triggered by Bethel's accusation on him stealing 10,000 naira from the using of fake bank alert. Ibiorode also used her phone to demand a ransom and withdraw money from her POS device before killing her. Her body has been recovered and investigations are ongoing. Nafisa Bala Usman, a woman kidnapped from her home in Gaya Village, Kalgo local government area of Kebbi State, was released on Friday after her family paid a ransom of 1.5 million naira plus an additional 20,000 for recharge card. Her release occurred in Goronduse Village, Suru local government area, far from the locations of her adoption. Al-Aji Dalatu Gia, her husband's elder brother, confirmed her stable condition and praised the effort of the Kalgo local government chairman Al-Aji Yahya Kuka and the community for their support in paying the ransom. The family also appealed to security agencies to address the growing presence of kidnappers in Goronduse village. As of the time of reporting, the Kebbi State Police Command had not issued an official statement on the matter. The Kwara State High Court in Ilorin has authorized the release of the remains of Afshal Lawal, a model student, to her families for burial according to Islamic rites. The request was made by the Kwara State Attorney General, and there were no objections from the defense. The 5 suspects, including Abdurrahman Bello, accused of raping and killing Lawal, are on trial. Testimonies confirm the dismembered body parts recovered from the suspect's apartment belonged to Lawal. The case has been adjourned to May 21, 2025, with bail denied to the suspects. The Abia State government has entered into a memorandum of understanding with MTN Nigeria to drive digital transformation across 6 key areas in the state. The partnership aims to provide 100% broadband coverage for the state by year-end, offers a device ownership scheme for civil servants, and enhanced digital governance through cloud services. Additionally, the project will establish an Abia Digital Mall to promote SMEs and deliver 4G and 5G services to key towns. The collaboration is expected to significantly impact the state's socio-economic growth. Furthermore, the state has submitted a bid to acquire a 60% stake in the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, which is advanced negotiations. The state also plans to launch a solar and health power project with EU funding to improve healthcare facilities. In other news, Abia environmental efforts include door-to-door waste collection in major cities and the reopening of hygienic abattoir. The Nigerian Correctional Service in Gombe State has denied claim that it blocked visitors of Thomas Umar, the state coordinator of the Take It Back movement, who was remanded in custody on April 10, 2025. The NCOS clarified that Umar had submitted a request specifying authorized visitors, and only those listed were allowed access. The service condemned the false allegations, emphasizing its commitment to inmate rights, justice, and rehabilitations, and urged the public to disregard the report. Mining activities in Ijoro, Ekiti have raised safety and environmental concerns, particularly due to proximity of the state specialist hospital. Vibration from mining blasts have affected hospital infrastructure and raised health risk, especially for patients with hypertension. While miners claim their operations are monitored for safety, residents and healthcare workers worry about the long-term impact. Mining, which started in 1992, has contributed to the local economy, but also led to facility from unsafe practices. The government intervened in 2024 to curb illegal mining, but concerns persist about its effect on health and safety. Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has approved the recruitment of 17,600 security guards to enhance safety in public schools across the state. Announced on Monday, the plan involves deploying 400 security personnel in each of the state's 44 local government areas to protect students and teachers, ensuring a secure learning environment. Governor Yusuf emphasized the importance of securing education from emerging security threats and reiterated his administration's focus on security, education, and youth empowerment. The Guard will undergo training to monitor school gates, suspicious activities, and collaborate with security agencies. This initiative is part of broader educational reform, including the solarization of 200 schools and the employment of qualified staff. Governor Yusuf urged parents, traditional rulers, and community leaders to support these efforts. Several facilities and abductions occurred in separate attacks on Monday in Benue and Plateau State. In Benue State, armed aiders killed 5 people in Buruku local government areas and 2 others on the Makurdi-Naka Road in Gwa West. The Buruku attack, which took place in the early hours, resulted in the discovery of 5 bodies, including that of a child. In Plateau State, bandits raided Dongorua in Wase local government areas during market day, abducting 5 people and looting stores. Local authorities in Gwa West imposed a curfew to curb further violence. The attack have drawn widespread concerns from affected communities who are calling for stronger security responses. Governor Basi Utu of Cross River State has signed 3 new laws: the Road Maintenance Agency laws, the Lotteries and Gaming Agency laws, and the Senior Citizen Center law. These laws aim to improve road maintenance, regulate the gaming industry, and provide care for elderly citizens. The road maintenance law requires local governments to allocate 4% of federal funds to road repairs, while the gaming law establishes an agency for license and regulation. The senior citizen law facilitates the creation of care centers for retired and vulnerable elderly people, supporting Utu's People First agenda. As at 12th May 2025, report has it that the National Arts Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has successfully airlifted over 9,000 Nigerian pilgrims to Saudi Arabia, accounting for 19% of the total pilgrims for the 2025 Hajj within the first 3 days of operation. This marks an improvement compared to the 9% achieved in 2024. Vice President Kashim Shettima officially launched the airlift on May 9th at the Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport in Imo State. As of the latest updates, flights have been completed for pilgrims from Kogi, Oyo, Imo, and Abia State. The total number of pilgrims expected to be airlifted is 64,188, with each paying an average of 8.4 million naira for the pilgrimage. The airlift operation will continue until May 24, with return flights scheduled to begin on June 13 and concluded by July 2, 2025. In Yobe State, the Division of Illegal Sales of Ready-to-Use Food Items meant for malnourished children has raised serious concerns with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. Sounding the alarm, Joseph Sensils, chief in the Maiduguri field office, highlighted that the diverse children in Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe State. Omotekun operative in Osun State rescued a truck driver, Jimo, after armed robbers attempted to hijack his vehicle carrying 40 tons of iron rods. The robber, posing as task force officers, tried to stop the truck near Bonga, but were tweeted with Jimo's managed to escape into the bush and contacted his boss. The Amotekun Corps responded swiftly, rescuing Jimo and his apprentice while securing the stolen goods valued at 50 million naira. Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, represented by Commissioner Zainab Baban Tanko reaffirmed the government's commitment to supporting orphans and vulnerable children during a World Orphans Day rally. He highlighted efforts in education, health and welfare, including salary deduction to fund Basovka chairman Yaluwa Tafa Balewa also expressed gratitude to the government and partners, stressing the need for collective support for vulnerable children. The Niger state government has shut down a 50-room brothel and 13 illegal beer parlors near the Jemaat mosques in Mokwa, which were causing a disturbance to worshippers. The operation was led by the State Liquor Licensing Board, which found the establishment violating liquor licensing regulation and operating in restrict zone. The former councillor who owned the brothel was persuaded to discontinue the business and suggested converting the property for community use, such as expanding the mosque or building an Islamia school. The board has warned of severe penalties for anyone attempting to reopen these businesses and cautioned property owners against renting to illegal beer parlors or shops. An African couple, Barry and Julie, have launched a food distributions initiative in Imo State, benefiting around 100 indigenes in the state. The Barry and Julie Feeding Project, which started in 2025, provides food and fruits every Monday to those in need. The initiative have grown from 42 to 84 and now nearly 100 beneficiaries. A Thanksgiving Mass was held at St. Jude Catholic Church in Nazay to express gratitude for the project, which has significantly eased the burden of food insecurity in the community. Governor Fintiri of Adamawa, represented by Deputy Professor Farauta, emphasized the need for innovating public spending at the 2025 Ministerial Performance Management Retreat in Yola. The event, organized by the Federal Ministry of Finance, focused on fiscal stability and policy alignment. Fintiri addressed economic challenges, urging financial re-engineering. Federal Minister Wale Eden highlighted the importance of transparency and innovation, while Permanent Secretary Lydia Shehu Jafia discussed the pressure of limited resources and the need for effective performance management. Let's take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't change the channel.
Come to Taraba.
Where my Taraba people? Where would I day? Oh, yeah. Da 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 da. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Taraba people say, hey, let me answer with me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, don't I go to
Invest in Taraba. Showing on Sun TV every 8 p.m. from 13th to 20th May 2025. of Taraba State Minister of Information and Orientation.
Welcome back. Coming up next, the Katsina State Police Command has arrested a notorious fraudster involved in circulating counterfeit foreign currencies. The suspect was apprehended following credible intelligence, and a search of his residence in Sokoto Rima quarters led to the recovery of 345 fake 100 USD bills, 5 counterfeits, 10,000 CFA notes, criminal's charms, a bottle of perfume, and a white cloth. The police spokesperson Abubakar Aliyu confirmed that the suspect is in custody with investigations underway to identify and apprehend his compliance. The State Commissioner of Police, Bello Shehu, praised the operation and reiterated the command's commitment to ensuring the safety of residents. Reports has it that Boko Haram terrorists attacked the 3-battalion military base in Ran, Borno State at midnight on Tuesday, killing 5 soldiers and injuring 6 others. The assailants overran the base using heavy machineries, prompting the troops to retreat. They also seized 3 guns struck during the assault. The attack occurred less than 14 hours after a similar raid in Mete, where suspected ISWAP Boko Haram fighters targeted a military base, killing soldiers and making off with guns, trucks, motorbikes, and weapons. While officials' casualty figures are still pending, sources indicate that at least 7 soldiers were killed in the early attack. The traditional ruler-elect of Oba Igwe, Engineer Augustine Chinedu Emelobe, has announced plans to launch radio and television stations with a 5,000 kilowatts capacity to cover the southeastern and south-south region. Set to be operational by late 2025, the station aimed to promote Oba's image, create jobs, and offer commercial opportunities. Emelobe also outlined a development plan for Oba, which includes 33 committees and 2 councils to help transform the area into an urban center. He emphasized job creation as a solution to insecurity and youth restiveness, calling for active participation from both residents and the diaspora. His administration will focus on accountability, honesty, and transparency. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo has pledged to continue the fight against cultism despite threats and intimidation. Speaking to youth during a peaceful rally, he emphasized the importance of protecting residents and ensuring to attract investors. He defended his administration's demolition of a court-linked building, stating all procedures were followed. The National Youth Council of Nigeria, NYCN, and youth leader expressed strong support for the governor's effort to combat cultism with a commitment to backing future initiatives. The Nasarawa State Ministry of Health, in partnership with Resolve and Save Lives and supported by the NCDC, has launched a joint external evaluation of the state health security system to assess its preparedness for disease outbreak. The exercise, involving international experts and WHO tools aim to identify gaps, develop a state action plan, and strengthen multiple sectorial collaboration across key ministries. Officials